going on, everyone? So we're going to take a look at iOS 12.2 on the iPhone 7 Plus. Apple finally released it today, and really there were some really crucial features added to this, but there's also some that are like, why did they even do this? But they took a long time to release this and drop it, which really made me upset. Like, they released like 4 or 5 betas for this Point X release. I really don't understand why they did that, but I mean, I know why they did that, but it was a dumb reason for it. Now this update, unfortunately, I did not get a size for it, but for basically all my phones, they were around 700 to 850 megabytes, so expect your phone to have that same type of realm in that size, so expect to have like at least a gig or 2 gigs free before you go and update, so yeah. Now some of the features that were added within this specific version of iOS, I don't know why I said that so like perfectly, are pretty much supported on all of the iPhones, so that's really, really cool. There is one specific feature, as far as I can tell, that is not supported on the 7 Plus or most other iPhones, and that is the 4 new emojis that were released on this specific version. I think there's like an owl one, and there's like 3 other ones too. The 7 Plus obviously does not have an emoji, so it does not affect it, but it's really no big deal. Some other cool features though that were added is now new TV, Apple TV remote control functions in the control center, so that is cool. If you're into that, I don't have an Apple TV, but if you own one, then you can do that. That's awesome. There's also some really cool AirPlay features added too. Now, AirPlay 2 is really awesome. I like it. I've never even used it, but I made a really big deal about it before, back last year when Apple was releasing iOS 11. And the new thing is that if you're streaming, if you show your screen or you AirPlay a video to a different screen, you can actually still use your phone while you're doing it, which I think was already there, but you can actually now use videos and play other videos on your device while you're AirPlaying something else. So the video will not be interfered with what you're doing on your phone. So that is really, really awesome. And I don't know, I didn't say this before, but I'll say here, I think that's kind of showcasing some type of multitasking going on there. Like, I mean, I could be wrong, but like, what do you guys think? That could be something for iOS 13. I don't know, I might make an iOS 13 leaks video about that. Now, Apple did release their Apple TV Plus functionality, which is like a subscription-based thing, kind of like a Netflix competitor. So if you're into that, you can do more research about that. But another thing Apple did was within their News app, they actually added the News Plus subscription thing you can do. Now, I don't know how I feel about it. I already pretty much said, like, I don't even know anyone who's still using or watching like paper stuff. Like, I don't know who would like pay for newspapers either. It doesn't really make much sense to me, but I mean, it's a free country, do whatever you want. So in terms of that, that's pretty much all the functionality that's added. Nothing too crazy. It's like a minor update, but not really. I don't think there's anything that's like outstanding with this specifically. I did run a benchmark, and it's been a minute since I ran a benchmark on this phone, but on iOS 12.1, which was released many months ago, it had a multi-core score of 204,736, and I just reran it, and it did go down a little bit to 188,449, so I don't really know what's going on there. It's like on like 80% of my devices, the score went really, really high, but on some of them, the score went really, really down. And on this case, I mean, this phone is still a fast phone. I like it a lot. This was one of my main phones I used for a while, but I think it's just kind of weird how that's kind of like fluctuating like that. It's never like phones either go all up or all down in the multi-core score, but multi-core scores aren't everything. But all in all, if you own a 7 Plus, I would say go ahead and update to iOS 12.2. I think it's a solid update so far. There's nothing too crazy, but it's always good to be on the latest version. If you're waiting for a jailbreak, obviously you can go ahead and wait for it. That's probably your best bet, being on the lowest version of iOS. But other than that, I would probably recommend you guys to update. And that's pretty much it. Speed comparison's coming out very, very soon. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count. That means so much. Check out the links in the description as well. Twitter, Instagram, main channel. All those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.